What if I told you that a simple 5-cent coin in your pocket could be worth more than luxury cars, mansions, or even a lifetime of salary? One was born in 1920, shaped by America's raw past. The other appeared in 2005, a modern tribute hiding a dangerous secret. Both Buffalo nickels look ordinary to most people. Yet under the right conditions, they carry the power to rewrite your future overnight. Today, we uncover how these two coins, separated by nearly a century, became silent symbols of unimaginable wealth, and why spending one without knowing its true value could be the biggest mistake of your life. The first up, the 1920 Buffalo 5-cent nickel is not just a coin. It is a silent witness to a powerful era when America was transforming, struggling, and dreaming at the same time. Imagine holding a small piece of metal that has survived world wars, economic collapse, and generations of human hands, yet still whispers stories of unimaginable wealth. Many people unknowingly spend these coins, tossing them aside as pocket change, unaware that under rare and mysterious conditions, this humble nickel can command staggering value. This is not about ordinary coins. It is about extraordinary survivors, coins that escape time itself, and today stand as symbols of fortune waiting to be discovered. When the Buffalo nickel was born, America was standing at the edge of modern history. The design captured the raw spirit of a nation, a powerful Native American portrait on one side and a mighty buffalo on the other, symbolizing strength, endurance, and untamed freedom. The year 1920 was a turning point, a time when machines were replacing manpower and the old world was fading into the new. Coins from this era were struck to circulate, to be used, scratched, and worn away. That is exactly why certain 1920 Buffalo nickels that survived in exceptional condition are considered miracles today. What transforms a simple 5-cent coin into a treasure worth unimaginable money is not luck alone. It is survival against impossible odds. The majority of 1920 Buffalo nickels were heavily used, their dates worn smooth, their details erased by decades of handling. But a tiny number escaped this fate. Some were set aside, forgotten in drawers, buried in collections, or protected by sheer chance. These rare survivors, especially those with sharp details, strong strikes, and untouched surfaces, exist in a world completely separate from ordinary coins. In that elite space, value no longer follows logic. It follows rarity, demand, and obsession. Collectors do not chase these coins for metal or denomination. They chase them for perfection and mystery. A 1920 Buffalo nickel, in extraordinary condition, becomes more than currency. It becomes a legend. Certain examples, known only to a few, are whispered about in auction rooms and private collections. These coins are not traded publicly, and when they do surface, they shock the market. This is where stories of million-dollar valuations are born, not from fantasy, but from the collision of rarity, history, and human desire to own something no one else can. What makes this even more thrilling is the possibility that such a coin could still be hiding in plain sight. Buffalo nickels were saved in jars, inherited unknowingly, or mixed into old collections without proper inspection. Many people look at them and see only age, not potential. They do not realize that tiny details, date clarity, strike strength, surface preservation, can be the difference between a curiosity and a life-changing asset. This is why experts always warn, never rush to sell, never clean, never assume. One careless move can erase a fortune forever. The dream of overnight wealth attached to this coin is powerful because it feels possible. Unlike lottery tickets or distant investments, this treasure already exists. It may already be in someone's possession, quietly waiting. History has proven again and again that rare coins emerge when least expected, shocking families, collectors, and entire markets. The Buffalo nickel, especially from 1920, sits at the heart of this dream because it belongs to an era where survival itself created rarity. There is also an emotional weight attached to this coin that no modern money can replicate. Holding it connects you directly to the past, to people who lived, worked, struggled, and hoped during one of America's most defining periods. That emotional connection fuels the collector world just as much as money does. When emotion meets scarcity, value explodes. This is why the finest surviving 1920 Buffalo nickels are not just expensive. They are untouchable, guarded, and revered. If you ever come across a 1920 Buffalo nickel, Do not rush. Do not underestimate. And do not let excitement turn into regret. Coins like this demand patience, knowledge, and respect. The smallest detail could determine whether you are holding a common relic or a once-in-a-lifetime treasure. Many fortunes are lost not because of bad luck, but because of haste. This coin rewards those who slow down and look deeper. In the end, the 1920 Buffalo 5-cent nickel stands as a reminder that unimaginable wealth does not always shine or announce itself. Sometimes it hides in history, waiting for the right eyes to recognize it. For those who understand its story, its power, and its rarity, this coin represents more than money. It represents transformation, a silent piece of the past with the potential to rewrite the future, proving that even the smallest coin can carry the weight of destiny. The second up, the 2005 P. Buffalo 5-cent nickel is one of those coins that looks ordinary at first glance, yet carries a story so deep that most people never stop long enough to feel its weight. In a modern world flooded with digital money, this coin represents a rare bridge between America's rugged past and its rapidly changing present. Many people assume that only ancient coins can hold massive value, but history has proven again and again that modern-era coins, when born under special conditions, can rise to unimaginable heights. This particular Buffalo nickel is not about age alone. It is about meaning, rarity, and the silent power of survival in pristine condition. The revival of the Buffalo nickel design in 2005 was more than a tribute. It was a bold echo of American identity. The strong Native American profile and the powerful buffalo were brought back to remind the nation of strength, resilience, and freedom. But within that revival lies a hidden world of extraordinary examples. Coins struck with unusual perfection, untouched surfaces, and razor-sharp detail. These are not the coins people casually spend. These are the coins that escape circulation, protected by chance, timing, or awareness, and later emerge as objects of obsession for serious collectors. What turns a 5-cent coin into something valued in the millions is not fantasy. It is rarity combined with conditions so rare that it borders on impossible. The majority of 2005 P. Buffalo nickels entered circulation, where scratches, handling, and where slowly erased their brilliance. But a microscopic number survived without damage, without contact marks, without loss of detail. These coins exist in a separate universe of value, where logic no longer applies. In that world, demand is fierce, supply is nearly non-existent, and price becomes whatever the top collector is willing to pay. Collectors are not just buying metal. They are buying perfection frozen in time. A flawless 2005 P. Buffalo nickel represents a moment when everything went right: pressure, alignment, surface, and preservation. When such a coin appears, it does not simply sell. It shocks the market. Whispers spread, competition ignites, and the coin becomes a legend almost instantly. These are the moments when people realize that fortune does not always come from gold or silver, but from rarity so extreme that ownership itself becomes power. What makes this coin truly dangerous to underestimate is how easily it can be overlooked. Many people have jars of modern coins, rolls stored away, or inherited collections dismissed as too new to matter. But history rewards those who look twice. The difference between an ordinary example and a life-changing one is invisible to the untrained eye. One careless sale, one cleaning attempt, or one rush decision can destroy value that took decades to build. The idea that a coin like this can change someone's life overnight is not exaggeration. It is a reflection of how fast markets react when something truly rare appears. When collectors discover that an object once thought common is actually exceptional, value explodes instantly. That is why experts always warn never to rush, never to assume, and never to sell without deep understanding. Coins like the 2005 P. Buffalo nickel punish impatience and reward discipline. There's also something deeply emotional about this coin that modern money cannot replace. It represents a nation looking back at its roots while moving forward into the future. That emotional connection fuels desire, and desire fuels value. When collectors compete for a coin that symbolizes identity, history, and perfection all at once, price becomes secondary. Ownership becomes a goal, and that is where unimaginable numbers are born. If you ever come across a 2005 P. Buffalo 5-cent nickel, treat it with respect and caution. Do not clean it. Do not rush to sell it. And do not trust quick opinions. Coins like this demand patience and expert valuation because their true power lies in details invisible to most people. What looks small and simple today could be the key to a future you never imagined. In the end, this coin stands as a reminder that fortune often hides behind familiarity. The 2005 P. Buffalo nickel proves that even in the modern age, history can still create miracles. A simple 5-cent piece, born in a tribute year, can carry the weight of unimaginable wealth and the power to change destiny overnight. Sometimes, the greatest treasures are not buried deep underground. They're already in our hands, waiting to be understood.